hundreds and thousands of eggs, millions of liters of milk, tens of tons of fresh vegetables. During the COVID-19 pandemic, staple food items were dumped or left to rot on fields across the world. Food is a global commodity, a complex web of farms, lorries, ships, factories, warehouses, and retailers keeps food flowing through the system. When it is business as usual, we don't worry where our food is coming from. But when a global pandemic hits, astronomical amounts of food were being destroyed even as supermarket shelves went empty and people were left hungry. What happened? Lockdowns around the world set off a reaction of events that crippled the global food supply chain. There was a severe shortfall in agriculture laborers. Big buyers like schools, airlines, and hotels stopped their orders. Most perishable foods like milk, eggs, and fresh vegetables could not be repurposed on short order. Transport grounded to a halt. Logistics planning was disrupted. Suddenly, mountains of food were piling up with no takers.
We are definitely producing far more than what the world can absorb. The problem is product resource planning. So a lot of times, whether is it the poorest families or the poorest countries do not get access to the food that's ample throughout the entire world.
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the world was producing food to feed 10 billion people. 1/3 of that is lost annually during harvesting, processing, and distribution.
It's important for all the relevant agencies to come together to possibly set up a food-related task force, which is like a pseudo Ministry of Food of sorts, and really look at food in totality, from food waste all the way to food imports. How do we rally all the different businesses, even F&B outlets as well, to jump on board this whole food sustainability thing? And to me, food sustainability is not just about where the food comes from. It's about how you treat it as well.
Understanding how food retail business operates allows consumers to make smarter choices when shopping for food.
Once you see an empty shelf, you start to worry because whether food is going to run out or not. But the logic behind the empty shelves previously was that you will be penalized. Once the product comes in, you still have to fill it up just to make up for that penalty that you may be getting. And that actually constitutes a lot of food waste.
Against this giant machine, consumers can feel powerless to enact change, but simple steps can make a big difference.
Do not shop on an empty stomach. Do not buy anything more than what you require. Please, do not just look for long shelf life products. Once the shelf life hits 3 or 4 days, those products are dumped away. But if you feel that you can finish that carton of milk within the next 2 days, why not take something that's slightly shorter shelf life?
In a complex world of long supply chains, we are becoming increasingly disconnected from where our food comes from. In the next 30 years, we will need to be producing at least 50% more food. And gaining better insights to food production is necessary to continued food security.